Just a normal day or so we thought. Suddenly lost control, now you're caught. What is going on? Well, can't you see? You're under the control of Riri. The friendly neighborhood ghost is here to check in on all the lovely souls under her possession, hoping to give herself a taste of what it's like to be not as clumsy. The ghosty girl who goes to game. What she doing, what she playing? Everybody playing cool, it's the coolest of the ghouls. Strong will end with a lot of ambition, can't see through them like apparitions, determined to bring only the best. Get in the way, be her guest. Riri the ghosty girl steals your body, steals the show. Klutzy and a little forgetful, but meeting her is unforgettable. She's a scream queen that can scare the soul, but guides all wandering souls back home. Give your mind, body, all the more to Riri the ghosty girl. I said it's Riri the ghosty girl. I said it's Riri the ghosty girl. Just a normal day or so we thought. Suddenly lost control, now you're caught. What is going on? Well, can't you see? You're under the control of Riri. The friendly neighborhood ghost is here to check in on all the lovely souls under her possession, hoping to give herself a taste of what it's like to be not as clumsy. The ghosty girl who goes to game. What she doing, what she playing? Everybody playing cool, it's the coolest of the ghouls. Strong will end with a lot of ambition, can't see through them like apparitions, determined to bring only the best. Get in the way, be her guest. Riri the ghosty girl steals your body, steals the show. Klutzy and a little forgetful, but meeting her is unforgettable. She's a scream queen that can scare the soul, but guides all wandering souls back home. Give your mind, body, all the more to Riri the ghosty girl. I said it's Riri the ghosty girl. I said it's Riri the ghosty girl. Just a normal day or so we thought. Suddenly lost control, now you're caught. What is going on? Well, can't you see? You're under the control of Riri. The friendly neighborhood ghost is here to check in on all the lovely souls under her possession, hoping to give herself a taste of what it's like to be not as clumsy. The ghosty girl who goes to game. What she doing, what she playing? Everybody playing cool, it's the coolest of the ghouls. Strong will end with a lot of ambition, can't see through them like apparitions, determined to bring only the best. Get in the way, be her guest. Riri the ghosty girl steals your body, steals the show. Klutzy and a little forgetful, but meeting her is unforgettable. She's a scream queen that can scare the soul, but guides all wandering souls back home. Give your mind, body, all the more to Riri the ghosty girl. I said it's Riri the ghosty girl. I said it's Riri the ghosty girl. Just a normal day or so we thought. Suddenly lost control, now you're caught. What is going on? Well, can't you see? You're under the control of Riri. The friendly neighborhood ghost is here to check in on all the lovely souls under her possession, hoping to give herself a taste of what it's like to be not as clumsy. The Ghosty girl who goes to gang. What she doing, what she playing? Everybody play cool, it's the coolest of the ghouls. Strong will end, a lot of ambition. Can't see through them like apparitions. Determined to bring only the best. Get in the way, be her guest. Riri the ghosty girl steals your body, steals the show. Klutzy and a little forgetful, but meeting her is unforgettable. She's a scream queen that can scare the soul, but guides all wandering souls back home. Give your mind, body, all the more to Riri the ghosty girl. I said it's Riri the ghosty girl. I said it's Riri the ghosty girl. Just a normal day or so we thought. Suddenly lost control, now you're caught. What is going on? Well, can't you see? You're under the control of Riri, the friendly neighborhood ghost, here to check in on all the lovely souls under her possession, hoping to give herself a taste of what it's like to be not as clumsy. The ghosty girl who goes to gang. What she doing, what she playing? Everybody play cool, it's the coolest of the ghouls. Strong will end, a lot of ambition. Can't see through them like apparitions. Determined to bring only the best. Get in the way, be her guest. Riri the ghosty girl steals your body, steals the show. Klutzy and a little forgetful, but meeting her is unforgettable. She's a scream queen that can scare the soul, but guides all wandering souls back home. Give your mind, body, all the more to Riri the ghosty girl. I said it's Riri the ghosty girl. I said it's Riri the ghosty girl. Just a normal day or so we thought. Suddenly lost control, now you're caught. What is going on? Well, can't you see? You're under the control of Riri, the friendly neighborhood ghost, here to check in on all the lovely souls under her possession, hoping to give herself a taste of what it's like to be not as clumsy.
Hello, ghosties! Hi, guys. Wait, I just realized that there's no music. Oh my god. I got home and immediately turned on the computer and basically went live as soon as I could. Because so for anyone that doesn't know, I was supposed to start streaming 2 hours ago. I left the work event a little bit late. And then when I got home, my best friend, she's like a sister, was still over. She was over earlier today swimming with we were swimming with her and her husband and my nieces. And I left for the work event, but like I said, she's like a sister. So she was chatting with my mom and dad, and they were packing up and stuff when I left, but they were just gonna hang out somewhere. I came back from my work event. She was still here. So I was helping her get her stuff together, and she realized her husband took home the bag that had her keys in it. So I went to take her home, and we were oh, but her car is in the driveway. So I took her to her house. She got her keys. I took her back to my house, and then she left. And she's a 25-minute drive away. So it was an hour basically of that, let alone getting her out of the house to begin with. So yeah, so that's why I'm late. I think that's fair. I think that's a fair reason to be late. I was helping out a friend. I think that's fine. But yeah, that's why it's an extra late stream for me. But how are you guys? Let me oh, I know that music was playing for you, but it wasn't for me. Let me fix that. Let me where is it? There we go. Yeah, how are you guys? Happy Saturday. I only had a White Claw at the work event. So I'm pretty sober. I'm actually completely sober. But I have some mint lemonade and I just put a bunch of vodka in it and I'll like chug that really quick so we can just pretend I was drunk from the get-go. I honestly feel a little bit drunk even though I'm very sober. I don't know why. Maybe because it's been like a whirlwind of a day. I don't know. This day has been like 18 hours long. I need my glasses. I feel like I can't see shit right now. How's your guys this weekend? How are you doing? Let me say hi actually. I just got right into yapping and I didn't even say hello. So rude of me. Hi Brandon. Hi Reed. Hello Bliss Blaze. Thank you for being the first soul. Hello Kitsune. Hello Prince. Hello Cosmic. Hello Matsky. Hello Evil. Hello Frank. Real. Only a White Claw? Yeah. Well, okay. That's the fucked up thing. They gave us 2 drink tickets. But the bar said we could only choose beer or wine. We couldn't actually have a cocktail. And I was like, what is the fucking point of a drink ticket when you limit me to only beer and wine? Which I don't want wine. I don't want your cheap wine. And I don't like beer. But they did have like the giant White Claws. They weren't like the regular size. They were the big ones. I just had one of those. And then I was like, I don't want the other one. If I could like take it home with me, if they could like not open it and I could take it home with me, I would. But I just had like a belt bag, so I had no way to like sneak it out. I guess I could have put it in my cup actually. I'm so stupid. I took home a Pepsi, but I should have like just put my White Claw in the cup. So I could have brought the White Claw home. Damn it. I can't believe I didn't think of that. I goofed up. That's like probably an $8 drink I could have just like had. Oh well. No, it's not Glitch Stars. They're busy with off guy stuff and I'm not an off guy. So my day job had they do like a summer and a winter event for employee like appreciation kind of. And so our summer event was today. And it was, I don't know. It was a good idea, but a bad execution, I think. Ain't no laws when you're drinking claws. They wouldn't have let me out of the stadium with alcohol. So hanging out with work buddies after work tomorrow. I hope you had fun. White Claws are okay, but there's better seltzers. IMO. So yeah, no. It's not, Glitchers would have been great. I get along well with like the managers and I think I get along well with the talents. I think, like, I could be wrong. I could always have a different perception of how I think people think about me, but that wouldn't have been an issue. The work event, like the IRL day job event, not as good because everyone like brought their partners and stuff and I was just there alone, and so it's just like always kind of uncomfortable in that situation. And there were also a ton of strangers because it wasn't a closed off event space just for our company. There were other people there too. No, don't try and sneak out alcohol. I wasn't gonna drink it while I was driving. I was gonna put it in the back. I'm not that irresponsible. You can always leave with drinks if you try hard enough. Like I said, I could have put it in the cup and taken it with me. You're gonna keep complaining. I know, I wish I was there too. I hope they like me. They don't even have to love me. I just hope they like me. You know, not everyone is gonna be your friend and like you, I guess. But if at least people can like respect me and appreciate the work I do is all I can ask for, you know? But yeah. Queso Daki as a date? Wait, what do you mean? But yeah, so let me take a few sippies of my vodka mint lemonade. I put a lot of vodka. Actually, did I put enough vodka? Maybe I need to put more. I can taste it, but like this is the only drink I have. And I'm gonna try to like drink it all right now. You would have gone, but family stuff happened. You missed the chance to meet the rest of the homies. I know. But I wouldn't have been there anyway, so you still wouldn't have met all the homies, you know? Do you think you'll be able to try and go to Offkai next year? Yeah, for sure. If I'm still a manager for Glitch Stars, and or if like something else happens with streaming for me, like in a positive direction, then I'll definitely go. The time that I found out that Offkai was gonna be a big event, wasn't enough time to like budget and book stuff. I didn't realistically know that Offkai was gonna be like the event to go to until like late April. And by that point, like hotels are already expensive, flights are already expensive. People already have like plans and stuff. And I couldn't afford to like go get a hotel room by myself, go get a flight. And then I also, I don't know, I would have been a little scared to work the booth because I think if you do actually watch me, you would recognize my voice probably. And I really don't want to be perceived IRL. I don't know. So maybe next year I'll feel better about it and I'll be able to go as like a manager for Glitch Stars and like work the booth and get to meet all the talents I would really like to. And now I know that that's like the big event, so I can plan for it for next year. Also, I have my uncle's celebration of life, which is a funeral basically, but like happy, I guess, in literally a month. So it just would have been rough timing to like have like back-to-back trips. Also my coworker already had Thursday and Friday off, and I can't take off if someone else has off. So I would have had to go to San Jose and like work remote, if they even would have let me work remote, just to be there, or fly in late Friday night and just be there Saturday and Sunday, and flights are expensive on Sunday. So yeah, it would have been a nightmare logistically because I didn't know about it early enough. So yeah. But it's okay. Fomo's hi Milk, how are you? You don't have the funds either. It's okay. I believe next year we can do it. The chance for a Prince meet and greet, real though. You need to convince someone to go with you. Yeah, I think it's more fun to go to cons with people. Obviously, it's still fun to go on your own, but it's helpful and more fun to go with friends. So the tornado pigtails, thank you, Neros. Yeah, we have this and the buns. I need to try and do some finagling. I think I'll be able to like make it so I can also have my old hairstyle, but I have to see if it'll work or not. The Riri meet and greet. Yeah, I could try and figure out how to like host one myself, but I'm just indie, so I don't know how that would work. I feel like what would be really cool for Offkai to do is to have like an area set up for like indie people to basically sign up for time slots to do meet and greets. Yeah, exactly, Leroy. A meet and greet space, so that people who aren't part of a corp of some kind could still have some sort of meet and greet situation. I think that would be really, really cool. I'm assuming Offkai doesn't have something like that because I didn't hear about anything like that. But I think a space like that would be cool, and then they could apply. People could apply for it, and you have to be like indie to get it. And then it could be either first come first serve, or they take the applications and then they give people their time slots and stuff like that. It would be a bit of an undertaking for Offkai management to like manage during the event, but I think it would be worth it. So we have until next year. True. But yeah, Kawa booth did indie meet and greets. Oh, that's nice. I'm still learning a lot about other corps, so I need to pay more attention to like Kawa and Pixel and other stuff. That's really nice though. Give time slot and spaces for indies alone. Exactly. So yeah, I would have to figure it out, but I think that is a goal of mine. I would really like to do a meet and greet. I think that would be fun. I don't know if anyone would go, but I'd like to do it. I mean, worst case scenario, I could arrange like meet and greets in my Discord, where you can choose to have your camera on or off if you want, and I'll have, you know, like this. And it's like time slots, and there'll be a waiting room, and then I like drag you in and stuff like that. So worst case scenario, I can do a virtual meet and greet through Discord. But it's not quite the same. I feel like part of the fun is being able to like take a picture and stuff, you know? Thanks for the ship. Blah, blah, blah. Thank you for the sip, Shiro. Aegis Link? A lot of drama waiting to happen? What do you mean, yes? A lot of drama with what? Thanks for the lurk, Shiro. You know an indie who did a meet and greet from an SVP booth? Oh, that's cool. I guess like you could reach out to people and you need to be in cosplay. That's fair. Hi, you guys are so passionate. I love it. I felt bad actually because I sent Glitchstars a bunch of snacks for like the booth from Buc-ee's. And Emily was really sweet. She was like, oh, that was so nice of you to like give us snacks. Like, let me know if there's any merch or anything you want from Off-Kai. I'll send it to you. Who's your Oshi? And I was like, oh, I don't have an Oshi. I don't have an Oshi anymore. I was like, I don't have one anymore. The only people I watch are like Glitchstars talents or my personal friends. I was like, maybe my Oshi is just dreamers at this point. They're my Oshis. If time slots are limited and there are more indies than slots available, someone's gonna be angry. I mean, people are always gonna be angry, but I think what they probably do is, you know, have it, everyone can apply, and then if there's more indies than slots, then they can like limit, like, okay, if you have X number of I don't know if you'd want to do followers or average viewers or something, but you know, just take the top people from that are indie, or take the people that are like lower than a certain threshold and limit them to like 30-minute slots or something. I don't know, there's a lot of ways you could do it. Like, it's always supply and demand, and like if they have too many people, they have too many people, you know? At least it's there. Like, they could choose to not have it at all, or they could choose to do it. And, you know, if I didn't fall on the threshold and there was somewhat like too many people bigger than me that took up the slots, like, okay, it's kind of understandable. It's not unlimited. I don't know. People just need to be fucking reasonable. You could also do a raffle. You could do it like a raffle. But I understand if you're like putting something on like that, you would hate to have like a 30-minute slot or an hour slot and like 2 people show up, and it's like this slot could have been for someone with like 20 people, you know? Which I'm not saying that that's more valuable, but like when you have limited time and limited slots, you kind of want to make the most people happy, right? So, Yuki, I need you to sit down so I can see the screen. Thank you. I can't imagine not having an Oshi. It's because I don't have time to actually watch VTubers. So I just watch my friends. I'm trying to get back into watching people. And the big thing about an Oshi is none of the people I watch are like... I don't really watch the really big people. Like, I don't watch people from VShojo. I don't watch people from Hololive. I don't watch the big indies like Made Mint or whatever. Yuki. I don't watch them. If I watch someone, it's a personal friend, it's a Glitchstar talent, or it's someone that I think is cool that I'd like to network with. Like maybe do something with or whatever. I don't I don't know. But I think I need to make an effort to watch those people so I can learn from them again, because I haven't watched them in a long time. So I'm gonna try to make the time for that. It's just really hard when you're working like 3 jobs basically. Your Oshi's you? I don't think my Oshi is me. I wish I had that much confidence in myself and love for myself, but I simply don't. You, dude. No, you can't have my ballpark popcorn. That's for if I'm too drunk in a few minutes. Smaller creators share a slot. Yeah. It's just, yeah, logistically, it will be a nightmare, but... Seems to host smaller talents. It's not the big two corpos. I think it started off as them, but maybe it's not as much now. I don't know. The only thing of me that ever rubs off on others is my luck and not the ego. You know, I'm working on the ego. I'm working on it. I'm working on it. Well, you had sushi? What kind, Frank? That sounds so good. Maybe she has her 20k subs at the most. I tend to think that a lot of people's like... I think a lot of people have like big creator Oshis, but maybe Kami Oshis are smaller streamers because you have more of a bond. I don't know. That's my theory. It's probably not true for everybody, but how important are logistics? I mean, logistics are pretty important for most things. Logistics are like figuring out how something actually happens. So if your logistics aren't thought about when it comes to like events or anything big, like, then it's a nightmare. But I would say on average, logistics are pretty important. People probably don't phrase it like logistics. That's for sure my IRL like business girl brain. But think about like if you're moving, okay? You're moving from one house or apartment to another house or apartment. You can't just like wake up on moving day and be like, okay, it's time to move. What do we do first? Like, you have to pack boxes. You have to, you know, get a mover or friends and make a time and place for it. You have to like map the route. You have to coordinate, you know, leaving your keys from your old place and getting the keys from the new place. You gotta turn on power and water and you gotta get internet. Like, there's a lot that you have to plan for. And if you don't plan for it, the day is gonna be messy, things are gonna get fucked up, and you're gonna show up to your new place and you're not gonna have power and you're not gonna have internet for 2 weeks. Like, it's a disaster. And that's just like moving from one place to another. So imagine like throwing an event, throwing in a whole convention. It's like the biggest gripe I have with streamers is they'll plan big collabs and big events and no one fucking plans correctly. No one. I've never been part of a big event that is properly planned. Never. I'm like, can people stop planning shit themselves and just let me do it? Because I am a master planner. My logistics skills, top tier, A++. I'm a fucking 5-star planner, okay? Let me do your planning. No one does it right. They don't think of everything. So, yeah, my gaming character stat. Logistics, triple star, S tier. Yeah, because there's a lot to think about. Going home at 5 or making 50 people stay until 8. It's so true. But Nigiri, Kani, and Kama 20. Oh, that sounds so good, Frank. I wish I had sushi. Actually, the food at the event was really good. I'll talk about the food real quick, and then we'll get to our actual questions. I'm probably going to keep it pretty short because it is already late, which is also why I'm trying to like chug this drink so we can all be tipsy together, aka I can be tipsy for you because I think I'm a little bit more fun and I'm also never drunk on stream anymore. I don't like vodka. I don't like vodka. You've totally never been asked to do things last minute before? Never. You like some of the big corpo VTubers, but I rarely watch them. Yeah, I'm not saying I don't like them or people don't like them, but I think a lot of people, I mean, I shouldn't, the numbers don't lie. However, I feel like there's more meaningful interaction in smaller streamers, which makes sense. Oh my god, Yen did it! Thank you for the sit. How are you? You have to focus up to stay late. With everyone gone, I can't bounce my energy off them. Oh my god, Prince, does that mean you only have me? Am I the only one? Actually, I'm sure if you went to hang out in homies, people would hang out with you. But I am like I'm a little hyped up. So I know it's been forever, Yen. How are you? Yeah, I just got a second model in May. So this one's pretty new, but thank you. I hope you've been well. It's good to see you. I love when someone from like ages will like pop in. It warms my heart. Like, oh my gosh, they're still here. You know? Yeah, oh my god, you've almost been following for 3 years. It's crazy. Yeah, I'm doing well. I hope you are too. But yeah, so the food, you got a vodka cooler. Rocket popsicle? Wow, that sounds so good. There's this Indian restaurant near my work that has delicious mint lemonade. It's like fresh mint that's been like blended up. There's no like bits, but it's been like totally integrated into fresh lemonade. And I bought it for last weekend. We didn't finish it all. I put some in my cup and I put a shit ton of vodka in there. So I can taste the vodka, which says a lot. It feels weird. It's relatively quiet on YouTube and Twitch with Offkai. Yeah, it is really quiet. And I thought, I was like, oh, it'll be quiet because everyone's like gone at the convention. So I'll stream and maybe it'll be good because more people will have time to come see me because other streamers are all gone. But then I was like, wait, no, that doesn't make any sense because all the fans are also gone at the convention. So fucking no one's around. It's okay. You guys are here. I'm here for you. All of us, FOMO crew, I support you. I'm here for you. The 3-hour difference is cooking me. I can handle 2 hours, but with nobody, the extra hour is rough. Prince, going to homies. Evil's up. He'll hang out with you. Evil, also, if you think I can plan your funeral, that's crazy, because I'm definitely gonna die before you, because I'm old. I'm sure people will hang out if you need people. Hello, Polar Yeti. Welcome. Okay. Why do they call it oven when you... Wait, huh? Why do they call it oven when you in the cold food, hot out, eat the food? I'm confused. Well, lots of I'm confusion. Thank you for the lyric, Polar. I hope you have a good rest of your night. I appreciate the raid. Thank you. There's a few. I know there's words missing, but I don't get it. You guys look forward to it. Thank you, Brandon. Hello, Grafting Gamer. Welcome in. That's part of the joke. I need advice. My fingers are burning. Oh, run them under cold water. Guys, I don't get it. I don't. Someone explain the joke to me. I don't understand. Explain the joke and then we'll go into the advice. Me neither. Yeah, it's okay, Brandon. Your toilet is like having an alarm go off. Huh? What's wrong with your toilet? Hi, Allrock. How are you? Oh my god. I'm feeling very boomer and stupid. I'm feeling very boomer and stupid. And I'm a pretty smart person. Is the vodka already hitting me? I am feeling like weirdly hyper. I thought I was gonna be really tired. I did chug an energy drink at like... Well, not a whole one. Like half of one. At like 6 p.m. I had a stroke. Okay, I'm glad I'm not alone. It's falling apart. Pipes are fucked up. Oh no. Well, I hope it gets fixed. And And other than that, this is a perfect time to play Stellar Blade. After I give some advice, maybe. Wait, this would be a bad time though. Because I think I would be more ragey, you know? Which I guess is a good time. Okay, anyway. Let's give some advice. I got a few questions for us. I got a few things we can talk about. And then we'll see what happens. Yeah, Brandon, I know. Okay. The first oh God, where am I? What am I doing? The first request for advice. So my fiance left me for another man, and the only reason that she gave me is that she doesn't love me anymore, and we have been together for about 3 years, and she's known the other guy for about a week, and I feel like that's not a reason, and I don't know. So I don't have a whole lot of information to go off of this one. Also, I usually like read these and write out responses ahead of time, but I didn't do that today. So you guys are getting like raw. You're getting me raw. We're raw today. So I think what I'll preface this with is that, look, better she left you now before you're married than later. Because if she's gonna leave you for a person she barely knows when you're engaged, she would have left you eventually anyway. And I know that's not really like, I don't know, it's probably not comforting right now. But try and take solace in the fact that if this happened now, it would have happened eventually. Like no matter what happened, you could have been the perfect husband, and it probably wouldn't have mattered. It's this situation. Okay, so if we're understanding correctly, so they've been together for 3 years, they're engaged. She left him, broke off the engagement, left him for another man that she's only known for about a week. I will say, I'm gonna go on a limb, out on a limb, and say that she probably actually knew him a little bit longer than a week. Maybe they were talking online or in text or DMs or something, but like you didn't know about it, so it looks like they've only known each other for a week. I'm very hard pressed to think that someone would leave an engagement for someone that they met for only a week. Now, that could be true. She could have met him and said goodbye. He's actually the love of my life, and I didn't realize that soulmates exist, and I must go. In which case, all you can do is say, like, she's the crazy one to leave an engagement after knowing someone for a week. However, I kind of think that she probably knew him longer and it just didn't seem like it, or she didn't tell you, or whatever. I know people who have cheated on their partners, and it's usually because something's missing in their relationship and they've tried to solve it and talk it out, and that's not happening. So they end up emotionally cheating or physically cheating elsewhere. A lot of the times it kind of happens on accident, and I'm not excusing it. I like to think and say that I would never ever do anything like that, but when I listen to people who have cheated, again, emotionally or physically, and I listen to their stories and their regrets about it, I can have empathy and understand how it happens. I mean, granted, there are people who cheat like maliciously and very intentionally, but there are also people who don't, and I think it's really naive and non-empathetic to think that, I don't know, to think very black and white about it. Now, again, I still don't think it's ever right, but I can have empathy that some people, like, it kind of stumbled into it a little bit. So it could have been a situation like that, where she didn't realize she was missing something from the relationship, and then she found it. There's a lot of things we could spectate on without more information than we were given, but ultimately, if we look at any of the different potentials, it's nothing to do with you. Again, I'm also assuming that, like, you know, you were being a good fiance. Like, there is a world where maybe you weren't. You know, I don't know you, I don't know the relationship. There is a world where maybe you weren't being emotionally supportive, or she was needing more physical support, whatever, and you weren't providing that. But if we're assuming that none of that was true and she just like pieced out, like, it has nothing to do with you. It's completely her. So, you know, grieve the loss of that relationship. You have every right to be upset about it. You have every right to feel confused and hurt and betrayed, because you were. So grieve that, but try to remind yourself that it has nothing to do with you. It's not on you, it's on her. And if it didn't happen now, it would have happened eventually anyway. So, you know, take care of yourself, surround yourself with people that love you. It'll be okay. I know we take solace in the idea that everything happens for a reason, but it's like a natural way that we can cope with the bad things that happen. And I don't think it's a bad thing to rely on it, you know? It was someone they already knew when they left. Yeah, I think so too. It was probably someone they knew, and you just didn't know that they knew them for longer than a week. Divorce would have been a pain and expensive, probably. And yeah, you wouldn't want to stay with someone like that either. If the woman in this case would leave her fiance just like that, she didn't really love the guy. I mean, I'm gonna give the fiance the benefit of the doubt. I think a lot of people settle and they think, well, I've been with this person for a long time and they're good enough. And then they'll eventually meet someone who is more compatible. And they're like, oh, this is what I should have waited for. I also think, granted, I would like to be in... We're like trailing off into like my own personal beliefs here a little bit, but I never cared much about marriage. I still really don't. But because of the societal implications of marriage and the commitment that is marriage, I think I would like to get married. And I like the idea. I would like to be married to one person for my whole life, because again, it's commitment, and I'm a very committed, loyal person. However, I understand that through life, a lot of things happen and we change as people. We continue to grow and develop and change through our whole life. And sometimes things happen and that change us drastically. And sometimes things happen and we don't change and grow together when you're in a partnership with someone and you grow in different directions. And I think it's really naive to not recognize that, and to not be okay with the fact that, you know, you might have one person in a partnership with you for like 10, 15, 20 years. And then later, when you guys are like in your midlife, like years, realize that you've grown in different ways and you meet someone else that's a better match for you at that time. And those things happen. Like, and you get a divorce and now you're with a new person for the rest of your life. Like, that can happen. I think part of marriage that people don't recognize, and part of any long-term relationship, is that you have to share a lot together. You have to be in it together. You have to communicate. You have to be kind of dating each other through your whole life. Because if you're not sharing and talking and having these deep conversations and exploring life together and exploring your changes and your growth together, you're not necessarily going to grow together. And if you don't grow together, then you're going to grow apart. So yeah, like, I don't think there's anything wrong with growing apart and realizing that for each other, and like, you know, divorcing before anyone does anything bad and finding a new partner later. But I know the goal is like one partner for life. So for a lot of people, not everybody, but yeah, there's just, you know, we just need to have empathy for each other. There's a lot of different circumstances, and again, it's never okay to cheat on your partner, but we can have empathy for how it happens. We can have empathy for why it happens. You know? And a lot of it depends on how they react to it too. You know, if they take responsibility for it, if they own up to it, if they know that they did wrong, you as a bystander can respect that person a lot better than someone who's like blaming the other person for their cheating and things like that. Yeah. It was probably wait. I learned to cut friends out when it was finally enough. Only so much scamming behavior can be dealt with. You need a big change before thinking about marriage? What do you mean by that, Kitsune? Happened to your grandparents? Now I have an aunt who's like 5 years younger than me. Yeah, things happen. So wise and mature. Thank you. I try. I've always been an old soul. I always had dinner at the adult table. You know what I mean? But yeah, good luck. I'm sorry for your loss, but I think in the end you'll be better for it, and I hope that you deal with it okay. Okay. Can I click on this? What the fuck? Alright, it's not a good situation, but probably better. For sure, better sooner than later. The pain is less now than it would have been. If I ever hear about you moving, you found the one? Damn, yeah, that would be. Since moving? Oh no, either something's wrong or he found his soulmate, which we all have like multiple soulmates. I don't think there's one person for anybody, but oh, I hate vodka. Let me take this last sip. Hello, Fa. Fa and a half. That is such a good name. I probably say that anytime that you chat in here. But I love it. I am small and paddable. It's true. I'm 5'3", which is like the tall side of short or the short side of average. 160 centimeters. But amongst people I know, I'm usually on the shorter side. I say it every time. I'm sure I do. It's such a good name. Okay, let me take this last sip of lemonade. And then we'll talk about the next one. Okay. I'm 5'11". It's funny how I don't notice how tall people are. Everyone's just always taller than me, so I don't really notice. Okay. Alright. Next question. This Ghosty says, I want to get back into drawing so I can post fan art of my favorite content creators. I bought a $100 Apple Pen and software for my iPad, so I have all the tools I need, but I become unmotivated when I start comparing my work to actual professional artists. How can I stop being too lazy or scared to draw? Dude, I feel this actually. I won, actually from my work summer event last year, I won an iPad. It was brand new, but it's an old model. I think it's an iPad 6. And my friend said, oh, you should be able to get the first gen Apple Pen and buy Procreate. That way you can draw. And I was like, oh my God, that's so good. Because I used to draw in high school. I drew all the time. I was in art. I love drawing. So I bought the pen and I bought the software. And I like haven't finished any drawing. It's hard to find the time, I'll be honest. Right now, it's really a time thing. But I understand the unmotivation when you compare like how bad you are to how good other people are. I do really get that. Because I think, you know, you can do that in anything. Like, okay, for example, let's say you cook yourself dinner, right? You take some chicken breast, you season it up, you sear it on the pan, you oven roast some veggies. You're like, all right, bet I've made myself dinner. And then you turn on like the cooking channel and it's a fucking, you know, Michelin star chef making chicken and vegetables in a way you would have never dreamed of. And something that took like hours. And you're like, well, fuck. Are you gonna say, well, I'm just not gonna cook for myself anymore because these professionals do it better, so why am I wasting my time? Like, no, you're not gonna do that. So let's also not compare ourselves to professional artists. Let's remember that professional artists have probably been drawing and doing their craft for like 10 plus years, 20 plus years. You cannot expect yourself to be anywhere near the level of someone who's been doing something for 10 plus years. It's not fair to you. You know? Like, we should all be able to enjoy, you know, the intricacies of life without comparing ourselves to people who are professionals at anything. You're not gonna stop going to the gym just because the athletes are there lifting like crazy or running like insane on the treadmill. Like, you're still gonna go do these things. So, you know, I think it's best to just remember you're doing it because you want to enjoy something, you want to do something fun, you want to be creative and explore something you're interested in. Like, you can't compare yourself to someone who's trained and done it for like as long as all these artists have. It's just not fair. And if you feel like silly about it, then just don't post it. Just don't share it with anyone. Just do it for yourself. Like, I feel like because of social media and because of the internet, we're so attuned to having to share everything that we're doing. We have to put everything online or it didn't happen. It doesn't exist. We didn't do it. But like, that's not true. You can just do it and not tell anybody about it. You can just do it and not share it. Or like, you could do it and tell someone like, oh yeah, I started drawing again recently or whatever. But you don't have to like draw and then post it somewhere or share it. Like, you don't have to do those things. You can if you want, but you don't have to. You can just do it for you. Like, I feel like we've lost the just doing it for ourselves mentality. It's always like for the internet or for someone else or for whatever. Hey Victor, good morning. Is it morning for you? Kitsune. Come to Japan, the competition will make you do your best. What competition in what? I lived in Japan for a year. Well, and also like half a year too, if you count study abroad, but I lived there. So I've lived there for like a year and a half. It's not together. It's 6 a.m. for you, competition and everything. Yeah, Japan has a little bit of that, like competition to like look good and stuff. I felt that a lot when I was there. Well, good morning. Good morning, Victor. I hope you're doing well. I hope you have a good day. Kendo exam? Let's freaking go! Fuck! Congratulations! You write songs and stories and fanfics, you just don't post it because you do it for fun? Exactly! Exactly. Yeah, Brandon. So, I studied abroad in Japan for half a year in Tokyo. And then after I graduated, I lived in Kobe for a year teaching English. I've studied Japanese since high school. I minored in it in college, so my ability has definitely decreased since moving back to the States, but I can get around Japan just fine. I'm pretty conversational. I'll say that it's the second language that I speak. It's definitely not fluent, but... Kobe? Kansai? What do you have against Kansai? Kobe was lit. Sugoi nihongo jouzu. I don't know about that. You want to move from your local uni to another bigger city one? Yeah, I will say, when I studied abroad, there were other people who just like were international students there for 4 years. And I was like, damn, why didn't I think of that? Why didn't I just apply to a university in Japan and be a student there for 4 years? Like, why didn't I just do that? I was so disappointed in myself that I didn't know that that was an option, because I absolutely would have done that. I was like, I know there's international students that come to America. Why wasn't I an international student in Japan? That would have been lit as fuck. And my Japanese would have been so good. But unfortunately, I just studied abroad, so... Kobe has lots of Yakuza and beef. For real. But the Yakuza don't like fuck with foreigners, so I never had any issues, and I was ratchet in Kobe, so... Kansai is very different. Your friends sometimes get too familiar with me in Japanese and use it. I'm like, bro, I don't know what that means. That's so true. Kansai Ben, I love it. I wish I could speak Kansai Ben like naturally, because I think it sounds so cool and like I feel cool. I remember the elementary girls trying to teach me Kansai Ben on the bus on the way home one day. Because everyone would always say like, wow, you speak such proper Japanese. And I'd be like, it's just because I'm foreign and I learned like Tokyo Japanese. They don't teach you Kansai Ben, you know? Hi, Shika, thank you. You met some Yakuza in Hita. You see sassy things in Kitakyushu and you go to Fukuoka. There's normal people doing illegal work, yeah. Well, and they don't want to fuck with foreigners because like you're more likely to get in trouble. And I'm white, so like they know very clearly that there's a 99.9% chance that I'm foreign. So like they're not gonna fuck with me. So I don't know. I never felt in a dangerous situation in Japan. I know probably the biggest danger, especially as a woman, is like sexual harassment. But I don't think that I was the stereotypical kind of person that would happen to. That sounds kind of fucked up. I don't really know how to explain it, but I'm not like most people's type or like the conventionally attractive type. So that never happened to me, and I'm not saying it can't happen to you. Like it can happen to literally anybody. I think most people just like do it to people. They don't even necessarily care if they're attracted to you or not. We could go into that like crazy. But I never had an issue with it. I never felt like I'd have an issue with it. And like, I don't know, maybe I'm just naive and I didn't really think about it. But I do know that like sexual harassment is probably the biggest issue that especially women deal with. It goes unreported a lot, and it's a crime that can happen there pretty frequently. But I never had issues with it, so yeah. For me, I never felt unsafe or bothered by anything. When I have a chance, watch your Kendo videos. Yeah, I will. If it's in Discord, I check every single message in Discord unless it's in the meme channel. I have that muted because I am a boomer and I just don't care about memes. I'm gonna be so for real, but I love that you guys post them. And every now and then I'll scroll through, but like, I don't. They'll think Ruru's a princess. I don't want to mess with anyone. Yeah, sure. Maybe he's my type. Thank you. Yakuza cache of rocket launchers, grenades, and handguns. That's crazy. Thanks for the sip, though. I guess I'll drink water because I chugged my vodka lemon. I did have a viewer who was like a descendant of samurai and had ties with the Yakuza, and I was like, wow, we live in so different societies. Okay. Hey, Saber, how are you? Anyway. Back to the point, the main question. He still pops in every now and then, Wolfride. He streams as well, but... Yeah, so... Ultimately, how can I stop being too lazy or scared to draw? Is a loaded question, because... I've said this so many times, and I think, like... Not that I want to get buried. I don't want to get buried anywhere. But if I did and I had a tombstone, like this has got to be written on my tombstone. Tombstone? Am I saying that weird? Gravestone? Tombstone? Anyway, whatever. Motivation is temporary. Discipline is permanent. So motivation gets us started. Discipline keeps us going. Motivation is a temporary emotion, and we can re-experience motivation at different points in our lives about the same thing. You can be motivated to do something multiple times, but discipline is what will continue to keep you doing it and turn it into a habit. So even something like drawing, even something that you're doing for fun, that you're doing creatively, that you're doing like in your free time, you still have to be disciplined about it if it's something that you want to do and you want to get better at and you want to improve and you want to continue. Even if you're doing it for yourself and just for fun. Like whenever you're doing something multiple times, whenever you want to get better or finish something or whatever, it's a discipline that's going to get you there. So you just have to be disciplined with yourself. Set aside, like, you know, start small. Set aside 30 minutes every day. You know, close Discord, put on your favorite stream or put on some music or whatever, and open your iPad with your Apple Pen and be like, I'm just gonna draw what really inspires me today. I just do that for 30 minutes, set a timer, and when it's done, be done. Or if you want to keep doing it, keep doing it. And then the next day, or maybe 2 days, 3 days later, you have that time you've set aside, you do it again. If you don't want to continue what you were drawing and you're inspired to do something else, do something else. Like you just have to make the effort. Oh God, the hiccup. You have to make the effort and like force yourself to do it. If it's something you really want to do. If you really don't want to do it, then don't do it. But it sounds like you did. You're just like a little bit unmotivated. So you just have to be disciplined with yourself, because if you actually do enjoy it and you want to do it, I guarantee you once you start, you'll like get into the flow and you'll do it for hours. And sometimes it's just the starting, and you don't have to share it with anyone. You don't even have to tell anyone you're doing it. Just do it. Thank you, Victor. I was like, hi, look, how are you? I really haven't seen you in a minute. You remember hearing this last advice stream, but it's always true. It is a quote that I live by so vehemently, whatever. Like, sorry, I'm chewing gum because I burped and it tasted like vodka and I couldn't handle that. Can we hold hands? Sure. Strongly is an easier word, correct? Do it for your Oshis. True. Because I'm telling you, there's nothing more heartwarming than someone who uses their skill or their time or their passion to create something for you. Like, that is so crazy to me. I mean, don't get me wrong, probably equally as crazy is if someone would donate like 100 subs or $500 or something like that. Like, that would also be wild. But in a different way, when someone has to create something for you, like my theme song created by Cargono, like that still blows my mind. Blows my mind that someone wrote that about me and sung it and created it. Like, that's crazy. When Yume will do art, like he's done fan art and gifted me art for like birthdays and stuff, like that's wild. He could be drawing people more important, but he chose to take his time to draw me, which is just wild. So I think any time someone can use time, their time and skill, it doesn't matter how quote unquote skilled they are, to dedicate to you is really, really heartwarming. You just, I hate, don't procrastinate, just get it done and be done with it. Let's go back to thinking about why you're doing it. Yeah, you're not drawing to compare yourself, you're doing it for your favorites and whatever fan art they get. Exactly, it's true. I made a parody cover with some friends for your Oshi's birthday, and her reaction to it brought me indescribable happiness. Exactly. Yeah. So if it's something you genuinely want to do, just like sit down and let yourself do it. Or when you really feel inspired, just be like, oh, I'm stopping what I'm doing and I'm gonna do this. Yeah. Okay, let me go to the next one. The next one's really long and also a little bit more serious. So fair warning on that. Goofy deck building. Cards for VTubers you like. Make a Hololive Weiss deck. I have a friend who was drawing Hololive like opening text. He used to smoke and then he procrastinated buying cigarettes. Cigarettes? Am I okay? I'm not okay. Okay. All right, this is the next one. It's a bit... Hold on a second. Is there a... Oh, I have it in front of the... Hold on. There we go. Maybe I can... Wait, maybe I can, like, put it down here. Yeah. Okay. Why am I whispering? Okay. Why do I feel not okay? All right, I'm fine. Okay, next question. This is a bit of a long one, so bear with me here. I decided I wanted to transition way back in October, November 2021. Not going to lie, it was after watching a very silly Yuri anime, Sakura Trick. Sometimes something silly just puts an idea in your head you've probably been towards a while without knowing. The fact that I decided to only cross-dress for cosplay probably should have been a sign. Doing a strike, which is cosplay, in 2017 and being okay with it probably should have sparked the idea earlier. It's not about cosplaying well, but I decided most male characters are easy. I want cosplay to take a little effort. I told my good friend pretty much immediately, and my mother shortly after, along with 2 other friends. I even had help finding a therapist, since I know you need a professional to basically agree that you're able to get hormones and advance to further steps later. It was only a one-time psychologist appointment, but I did these steps within the first 6 months. It felt I would rushing it without thinking if I kept going with everything back then. I didn't want it to be an impulse decision, especially considering the money. I know I hate being a male and have for a while. I got past part in life doing things you think I should do and not care about, like belching and being loud, etc. The thought never left my mind in all these years. Luckily, I can do mostly everything I like to do without problem, despite not doing much to advance the process. I'm assuming I still have my body hair, male parts and all, and just don't like general male behavior, at least not from most of them around me. You don't have approve all the behavior to be pretty good friends with them. I know I'd prefer wearing female clothing since it's a lot more eye-pleasing and colorful. Plus, I know boxers gave me marks on my skin last year during the heat. So far, wearing heels and shiny flats with fake gems out a few times is all I've really done in this department. Not including the 3 times I cosplayed at cons within the last 9 years or so. My question is, will it ever feel like the right time to just go for it? My buddy I play card games with said basically to just go for it years ago. I don't think he remembers, but sometimes you have more personal conversations while traveling back and forth to cons multiple times over a weekend. I still don't know if it feels right to finally continue to this day. I didn't bother proofreading, and knowing me, there's probably a few typos. Sorry in advance. Okay, very cute, right? Oh, thank you, I'm having the cutest stroke. It's okay. I'm glad you guys liked that. I don't know what came over me. I promise I'm fine. Okay, so this is a complicated question, and it's a little bit close to my heart because I have a transgender brother. And I will start off by reminding everyone that I am very LGBTQIA plus friendly here. We support everyone being able to express themselves the way they want and love who they want. And if that's not for you, then you should probably leave, because I'm gonna support that 100% for the rest of my life until I die. That being said, this question was definitely near to my heart due to my transgender brother. I remember when he came out to me, he was, I want to say he was 20. I'm pretty sure he couldn't even drink alcohol. And it was me and my sister and my mom and him. And we were at a restaurant, a stupid fucking fried chicken restaurant. I don't remember why we were together. We were in like a different place we're never in. Oh, maybe we were visiting her. Anyway, it doesn't matter. And he had already talked to my mom about it. And he came out to me and my sister and said, hey, this is who I am. This is what I want to do. I'm just letting you guys know. And I'm the oldest. I'm the oldest sister. I'm a very protective second mom kind of person. I'm very motherly in nature. And so, of course, I err on the side of caution. And I was like, okay, are we sure? Have we talked to a therapist? Like, let's not rush into any decisions, but like, let's work through things methodically to make sure this is the right move. Because, you know, detransitioning is something that happens. Like, anytime we make a decision, we can realize later, wait, this wasn't the right decision, and we have to like backtrack. And sometimes backtracking is a lot more difficult depending on what it is. So I always like to it sounds to me like you're pretty confident about it. I think you probably need to talk to a psychologist some more about it, because if you're having a hard time just starting the process, that concerns me a little bit. I understand why, though. It could take some people time to start the process of transitioning. I do. I totally get that. It's a really big step. It can cost a lot of money if it's not covered by insurance, or if you don't have insurance. Like, there can be a lot that goes into that. And I was like, it took me a second, but I think it sounds like you're male to female. Part of my concern and what I asked my brother about, so take this with a grain of salt, but I think society puts, like, we gender everything, most things. And really, like, things don't have genders. Like, the type of clothing you wear, the colors you like, you know, wearing heels or whatever, none of that should be gendered. Like, it doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman or whatever. You can wear fucking heels if you want to. It has nothing to do with your gender identity. But society has gendered this to say, oh, this is something that women do. This is something that the female gender does. The heels and dresses are for girls. And if you wear it as a man, like, something's wrong with you. Because it's not for men, it's for women, you know? And so I think what has happened, and this is just my theory, it's probably not correct, but I think that because society, as a society, we have gendered so many things and said this is for girls and this is for boys, this is for girls, this is for boys. It has led to people saying, well, I like the things for girls and I want to do the things for girls, so I'm a girl. I think there's like genetic, it's gotta be genetic, right? Like it's something in genetics, but I think society plays a role in it. Anyway, long story short, it sounds to me like you've been thinking about this for a long time. It sounds to me like you're pretty confident in your identity, that you feel like you associate yourself and want to be perceived as a woman. I think you're unsure to take that leap because it is like a really permanent leap. And I think you would feel a lot better taking that leap if you talk to your psychologist some more. I know that my brother has a therapist and a psychiatrist that he talks to decently regularly. I think he's finally backed off now, but it's been a long time that he's been transitioning. He is, as they say, fully passing as a man in society. He goes by, although his name was a non-gender name to begin with, but he has a male name that he goes by at work. People would never assume, looking at him, that he was born a female. But it's been many, many years of him like finding his identity and expressing himself and all of that. It sounds like you're ready to make that step, but you're scared. And I think that's normal to be scared. I think what would help you feel less scared is if you talk to your psychologist more, your therapist, psychiatrist, whoever. Talk to them more about it. And I feel like kind of decide what's right for you. Transitioning doesn't mean anything in the sense of like, you don't have to, you know, undergo surgery to add or remove parts of your body. You don't have to take hormone treatment. You don't have to do any of these things if you don't want to. I know it's really, really difficult in society to be a transgender person. It's infinitely more difficult to be a transgender person and not be quote unquote passing. So I understand why people undergo hormone treatment and why people go under the knife. However, you don't have to do those things if you don't think you're ready for it. So if you need to try and live your life, you know, as the gender you feel like you are, you can start living your life that way without doing these more drastic things. And then you can choose and decide what's right for you. You know, I know transgender people who have undergone hormone treatment, but they feel no need to have any kind of surgical operation. I know people who have done both of those things. I know people who have done neither. So it's really, you need to live your life for you and be happy. Do whatever you need to do to be happy for yourself and to live the life that you're proud of, because we only have like one. You know, maybe we reincarnate, maybe we go to heaven, like maybe we have a soul that passes on later or whatever. But as far as we can prove, we just have this one life to remember and live. And at the base of it, you deserve to be happy. And you really need to think about what's going to make you happy and what's going to make you feel like you're living as your authentic self. Because I truly think that people aren't going to be happy. You're not going to be happy until you can live life as your authentic self. You need to be able to be yourself and feel like you're not hiding who you are in order to be happy. So I recommend talking to your psychologist again, maybe having a couple other appointments. Tell them about your struggles. Tell them, you know, this is how I feel, this is what I want, but I'm struggling to take that leap. And they might be able to break it down for you. They might be able to help you identify why you're struggling with that. I don't really think for something like this there's a right time. I think it's just when you feel ready for it. I do think it's something that should always wait until you're an adult. You should be like an adult. I would like to say your frontal cortex is, your frontal lobe or whatever is fully developed. But regardless, like at least, you know, an adult, 20 plus, you've lived a little, you've experienced things, like you know how you feel and what's gonna make you happy. Yeah, but that's what I recommend. You know, I'm not a transgender person. I can empathize with you, but I'll never understand what it feels like to like not feel like I'm in the right body. I've listened to a lot of people about what that feels like. Everyone is a little bit different, but you just have to do what you gotta do for yourself. You know, and sometimes people need to start kind of slow. Maybe you need to like just be female presenting online, maybe use a voice changer or something to make yourself perceived that way online to people, and like start there. Like maybe you're the kind of person that just needs to like start really slow. instead of jump into it. But I really, really, really think like the best thing is for you to make another psychologist appointment, a couple, and talk to a professional more, especially someone that understands transgender people and kind of what they go through in that mentality, because I kind of think that that's a specialty. It's a very unique situation. And beyond that, I don't really think there's the right answer. I kind of think transitioning is almost like having kids. Like there's never a right time. There's never a good time. You just kind of have to do it or you don't. If that makes sense. Yeah. But I do wish you the best of luck. Because it's not an easy road, and society is gonna like fight you at every step of the turn, but you just have to, you gotta do what you gotta do to be happy, and I support you 100%. Zero, thank you so much for the resub. It's okay, Didi, welcome back home. Thank you, thank you. A whole year. Wow. A whole year. Thank you, Zero. How are you? I gotta fix this. Is this right? Is this right? I think this is right. Why? I keep whispering. Why do I keep whispering? What is wrong with me? Oh, hold on. I got a DM. Look at this in an hour. Okay. I have to do something. Oh no, I'm drunk and I have to work. Okay. I'll look at that when we end stream. Whisper more, surprise ASMR. I want to do ASMR. Wait, if you guys... Okay, I have an ASMR mic. Like the 3DO. I have it. And I've been wanting to do ASMR for like a year and a half. What would you guys want from me? Just like a low-key, like whisper talking kind of stream where we just talk and we're quiet and you can redeem like trigger words and stuff, and maybe I like, you know, I turn up the gain or something. Or do you want me to like script read or something else? I don't know shit about ASMR because I don't get the tingles. But how would you want an ASMR stream for me to go? Because I really want to try it. Take a sip. Thanks, Zero, but I already chugged my alcohol, so I'm gonna drink water now. No, I don't get the tingles. I've never gotten tingles from anything like that. Hello, Akasion. Welcome in. The simple solution is to do everything. Ask Mamie for an ASMR collab. I don't know how that would work, but Mamie is like super sweet and helpful, and she'll like answer any questions. So I'm sure I could ask her for advice. Kana actually gave me advice for a ASMR setup, because the main problem is I have a Go XLR. Don't hate on me for that. I actually got it like half price, but it only has one like connector for a mic. So I would have to unplug this mic and plug in the 3DO. I also don't have a stand for it. So I have to find a stand. Like I need to buy a stand so the mic sits on something, because it doesn't come with a fucking stand. What mic doesn't come with a fucking stand? I still don't understand that. I know you don't need a 3DO for ASMR, but actually that's the one thing Duologs gifted me off of my throne, a 3DO mic, like literally 2 or 3 years ago. 2 years ago. We'll say 2 years ago. And I have been like looking into ASMR ever since, but I've been like scared to try it. Yeah, it was. I've known Duologs for like 3+ years. But one time he was in here and we were talking about it, and I was like, I really want to try ASMR, but I don't have the mic yet, and so I'm thinking about this and that. And he was like, oh, bet. And he just like bought it off my throne. And I was like, oh, okay, shit. But I've like set some stuff up. I just like haven't done it. So Mamie Meanie, chat does something wrong. No, Mamie is the best. I don't care what you say. Also, Clock! Thank you so much for the reason for 3 months. Okay, Didi. Welcome back home. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you so much. I hope you're doing well. Pack opening ASMR. I thought about that too. Half price is still super expensive. Yeah. So the funny thing about it is I got it half price, so it was like less than $250. But I actually ended up getting 2. So like there was an issue and they shipped me out a replacement, and then I ended up getting both. Don't worry, I paid it forward and I gave it to a friend who needed one. But I basically got 2 Go XLRs for like like the price of half of one. So I paid it forward and I gave it to someone else whose mixer was dying and they needed it. But that's what happened. So I don't really feel bad about it. Plus also the Goxler, as I call it, is not even like look, it's not good now because it doesn't have any support. Dulux throwing those. He doesn't anymore. This was many years ago. Like I said, like probably 2 years ago. Okay. Anyway. Noted. So pack opening ASMR. I could buy some packs of something. And it could be like a redeem. And I was gonna have like, you can redeem if you want like certain words or something, or affirmations. Affirmations was a good suggestion, Brandon. Thank you. Oh, I just realized it was like, oh, it's a hype train, a level 1 hype train, or it's almost level 1. I don't know. You like the BGM? Thank you. $1,200. I don't have that kind of money. If I can set things up tomorrow and test stuff out, I will do my first ASMR stream next week. And I want you guys to hold me accountable for that, okay? Because I just need to do it. Anyway. I do have a really cool card shop. And I feel like I should go to them to buy packs to open. They're a bit of a drive though. I wonder if they're open. Tomorrow. Oh my god, I forget the name. I kind of wanted to ask them actually if they would be interested in like a partnership with me where I have like a code. Because it was super cute actually. They were big into Vanguard and they're Nova fan. And I was like, oh shit. Nova's the one that taught me Vanguard. And they were like, oh, what the fuck? You know Nova? And I was like, oh, yeah, I do know Nova, actually. That's great. I'm like her manager or something. And I was like, oh, I probably should have said that because now they know what I look like. But then I went back in later because I was buying Nikkei white shorts packs. And I went back in like a couple days later and they were like, oh my god, you're back. We didn't want to like freak you out, but like we realized you were her manager. Like we recognized you. And I was like, oh god. Please don't tell anyone I come here. Don't tell anyone what I look like. Don't perceive me. You don't know me. No, but they were really nice. Yeah, I thought about asking if they would like to have some sort of partnership with me because they have an online website that you can like order cards from. Give me a reason to be annoying and remind you. Help me remember tomorrow morning to test out my ASMR mic and plan a day for ASMR. Okay. Soap cutting. Oh, I do love soap. Do a hand cam. I do want to get back into NTG. You need a plan, otherwise you'll feel like you're not doing enough. I think you're doing it wrong. Oh, I thought about just like having redeems for people and just talking, like just chatting, but like talking, you know, softly. And then I do want to like do a recording of a script. So if anyone has a particular script that you'd like me to read, feel free to post it in Discord because I won't remember if you tell me in chat. Or if you want to write me one, go for it. Otherwise, I will just pick one. I know you can get scripts off of, what's it called? Reddit. Soap cutting just makes me think of Jenna Marbles and her dog Kermit that likes soap. I know that is really niche, and I don't know if anyone will know what I'm talking about, but let me find this store. Haha! They do open tomorrow. They are open tomorrow. Maybe I should go. Is it worth going? They are like probably a 30-minute drive. It's like a 20-mile drive with a toll road. Do I go just to buy packs for the ASMR stream? It's such a commitment though. On a Sunday? Should I do it? How many people would want pack ASMR? Prince deserves it even if it's only him, but I mean, there's other card stores that are closer, but this one was like really, the guys were really nice, so if I'm gonna buy packs, I'd rather go buy them from that store and support them. You know what I mean? Have I seen them? No, I haven't seen them. How would I do a video though? Because I need it to be close to the mic, right? If you guys have recommendations, please post it in Discord so I can do some homework tomorrow. Non-scripted yapping would be a good first one. That's what I think too, Matt. That's what I think too. Do something simple. Yeah, I think so too, Milk. Brandon, you say no, it's not worth it. I could... It's like in my old neighborhood, kind of. Like, it's close to where my apartment was, kind of. So I could, like, go to... Oh, my favorite place to get cookies from is nearby. You would like that too, Luck? Okay. Buy all the boxes of the set you want, for real. If they still have Nikkei White Shorts, I'll get it. I don't know what the newest... I don't know if Nikkei White Shorts is the newest, but... If they have more, I would buy it. I feel like they won't, though. Oh, God. Oh my god, wait. Rurouni Kenshin? I'm sorry. Rurouni Kenshin is the newest White Shorts? I'm gonna lose my fucking shit. Oh my god, I loved Kenshin. That anime is such a childhood thing for me. Oh my god. Do I remember anything about it? I don't, but I fucking loved Kenshin. And that anime was incredible. What the fuck? Wow. Reprint. Oh, that's it. Holy shit. Oh, okay. I feel like it's worth it to drive there, but I don't know. Okay, sorry. We got so distracted. Rurouni Kenshin was your favorite, but don't Google the author. Oh, no. Rurouni Kenshin reboot anime? No, I grew up with like the OG on Adult Swim, probably. And yeah, it was like part of my childhood, like Inuyasha and Sailor Moon. Also, thank you guys for a hype train, a level 1 hype train. I feel like I haven't had a hype train in a while. So thanks for the double subs. Yeah. Hi, Kunomochi. Hello, hello. No, we were talking about White Shorts cards because I really want to try. I really want to delve into ASMR and see how that goes. And people are saying how they like pack openings. I was like, oh, I could have like a redeem for pack openings. If it becomes something people really, really want, then I could make it like a monetary redeem. That way, like, I'm like not just spending money on cards, not doing anything with it. Ooh, I could also have it like a redeem, like you pay for the card pack and we open it up in ASMR and then I send you the cards. That's something I could do too. That requires more coordination though. That's a little bit more effort. I'm gonna have to like think about that one. Okay, sorry. We're back on track. Let's give our last advice of the night, I think. Hold on, I got a message. Okay. I just had to... Okay. Master Angela, damn, we really can't ask you anything. You can ask anything. I think the person put their name in here and I took it out because I want things to be anonymous. But I mean, I guess they can always like just talk about it in the stream and it's whatever. But I just always want to protect people's identity. So I'm pretty sure they put their name in here and I deleted it. Hi, Johan. How are you? You rented it on VHS. I don't want to reveal how old I am, but I'm familiar with VHSs. It's always hard to hear your question read. Yeah, I can imagine it would be. Just know that everyone that submits a question, I really do take it seriously. I am very appreciative that you trust me with any kind of sensitive part of yourself or secretive part of yourself or something you're struggling with. I know I'm like trying to give you advice, but please trust that I'm not judging you for your struggle. Nobody's perfect. We're all struggling. We all have things that we're trying to work on. So, yeah, try to trust that I'm not judging you for anything that you're struggling with or the questions you asked me. So, yeah. Firm? I don't know if I'm firm. Besties, I don't have abs. I like food too much to have abs. Because abs are made in the kitchen and I don't care enough about that. Alright, anyway. This ghostie asked. So I have a Chinese person that became my friend that came to my stream and I started to get a bit confused about. We shared a lot of talks after we bonded over Mega Man and other classic games. Then helped out testing her game and got to bond a bit. She's a girl. Because of her, I tried to be more in Billy and connect with her and stuff. My question is, one day, I don't recall what we were talking about, but she sharing AI pictures of her VTuber model, some normal and some related to a slime twin fetish. So this is normal between VTuber friends. This incident happened like 6 months ago, but it still baffles me. We're still friends and we're playing Shadowverse. On a forum like a month or two ago? That's so funny. Okay, so I think the thing is this could kind of go two ways. Like I'm gonna be so for real. Let me take a sip of water. Okay, so I would say like 75% of me wants to say that this is probably just normal friend behavior. Because there's something about like being able to talk to people online and having online friends and VTuber friends. I feel like you just share shit like that without thinking about it. Like I have an artist friend, Yume, and he'll share with me like work in progress and he draws porn. Like it's not always porn he's sharing with me. But he's comfortable enough with me to be like, hey, this is something I'm working on. Like, what do you think about it? And I know 100% that it's not him being interested in me. It's nothing to do with that. It's just that we've built up a rapport and a trust and he knows it's okay. He knows that I'm okay with it. So he'll send it to me like, hey, what do you think? Like, how's it? Look at what I'm working on. Like, he probably wouldn't even care if I didn't like it. But we built up a rapport. And so he'll do that. It sounds to me like maybe she just built up this rapport with you and you guys were sharing like photos and this came up. I can see a universe where like it is totally just a hee hee ha ha, we're just friends thing. However, I can also see a universe where this is like a way that they're trying to flirt with you. And without more details about other ways or being able to read conversations or see other ways they're acting with you, it's hard to say one way or another which one it is. Yeah, I agree, Johan. It feels like a 50-50 to me. It could be a normal friend thing or it could be a like kind of flirty thing. Because as a female VTuber on the internet, you know, when you want to be a little like flirtatious, sometimes you drop hints in like little ways, like, you know, sending AI slime twin fetish to someone you're talking to. Like, it just, sometimes those things happen because you're interested and you trust someone. So like it's hard to say. I would say since it's like you guys are friends or whatever, like just to continue to go with the flow and assume it's just a friendship thing. I think the best way to approach these kinds of situations is to just always assume it's just a friendship thing. Like they're not flirting with you or anything like that until someone literally like brings it up. I think that it's best to just err on the side of like, we are just friends and this is just them being a trusting friend to me. Because look, if they are a man, if they are a male friend of yours and you guys are like laughing about this AI art and sending stuff about related to a fetish, you wouldn't think anything of it. You wouldn't think anything of it. But because it's a gender that you're interested in or whatever, or you're a gender she's interested in, you're doubting it. You're like, is this normal? Like, would a girl do it? Like, yeah. We're all just people. Like, we do the same shit. Our gender doesn't matter. So, I would say it's probably safest and most accurate. Holy shit. Most accurate to assume this is just her trusting you as a friend. Just see how the friendship goes. I mean, it doesn't to me really sound like you're interested. It sounds to me more like you're concerned that she's interested. So you think it's normal the AI part throws me off? I think it's because like probably they wouldn't actually commission slime twin fetish art of their VTuber. Most people don't want not safe for work art of their VTuber. They don't want to invite that in, so they're not going to commission it, especially if it's like a fetish like this. I feel like I just slurred that so hard. Yeah, so I think because of that, they were just playing around with AI art because they're not going to commission it, you know, is kind of how I view that. I try not to use generative AI because of the impacts on the environment, and when it comes to art, like the impact on artists, that's a bit too much for me. However, I can understand why people would do it. So ask yourself if you want a friend or something more. Yeah, like if you think you're a little bit interested in this person, then like, you know, try to express that. But otherwise, I wouldn't assume that this person has any other motives other than you're a trustworthy friend, so I'm gonna laugh about this with you, you know? Yeah. The AI art thing comes off more as a joke to me. Yeah, I think so too, right? You wouldn't want to see that of your Oshis. Yeah, I just I really like freedom of expression. So I've always encouraged, like, as long as it's not something illegal, feel free to draw me, feel free to draw Riri, however you want. Commission art, however you want. Like, I embrace it. If you want straight up porn, coin, drawn of me, I'm down for it. I'm here for it. Let's fucking go. You want me in a massive orgy? I'm here for it. I love that. Because if someone is gonna spend their time or their effort or their money or their ability to like create something with me in it, I feel honored by that. Like, oh, you like me enough, or you like my design, or whatever, you want this done, like go for it. I'm also like a fully consenting adult, and I love art of all kind, and I enjoy this sounds so fucked up. I enjoy hentai. I like that. I appreciate and support the adult industry in all forms. So you know, if someone wants that of me, like I'm fine with it. I don't know how else to phrase that. So sorry, it just sounds the way that it sounds. I think it's fine too, right? AI art's becoming more and more prevalent. I find that discouraging. Yeah, definitely. You don't like seeing AI art being used in public spaces, but for inspiration and ideas for future commissions or personal use, it's fine. Yeah, it becomes really hard. I can be taken out of context. Probably a lot of what I say can be taken out of context. I don't really know how to phrase things other ways sometimes, and I'm definitely tipsy right now. So, and it's like midnight, which I'm never up until midnight. This is wild. But yeah, what it's hard because I'll Google stuff and then there'll be AI art and it's like, damn it, this is like a great reference or example or like what I'm looking for, but it's fucking AI art. Group rear with well-groomed men. Well-groomed men without beards. I swear to God, if you guys ever draw or commission me with a man with a beard, I will scream, because you'll know so intentionally that you're doing it to provoke me. Because I know you know how I feel about beards. I know you guys know how I feel about facial hair. So if you intentionally commission me with a man with facial hair, I will know it was to instigate and antagonize me, and that's just rude. To make sure they're clean shaven. Thank you. Chocolate drip? Like, how so? I would love an excuse to commission more not safe for work art, to be honest. This is my first time hearing about my stance on beards. Oh, really? Maybe I haven't talked about it for a while, but I do not like facial hair. You're Sleepy. Hi, Sleepy. I'm Riri. Nice to meet you. Yeah, for anyone that doesn't know, I'm not a fan of facial hair. I know it's an unpopular opinion. There are very few people who pull off facial hair well. My God. Pull off facial hair well. For the most part, it's like a few days stubble is all I can handle. And beyond that, I don't like it. It's itchy and scratchy and it hurts me and I don't like it. And if I have to feel hair on my face when I'm kissing you, I don't want to kiss you. No, thank you. Food in your mustache? I'd rather starve. I would rather become a nun. Not interested. Hi, Beauregard. How are you? Commission me to have a beard? That would be a funny redeem, actually. You're not gonna shave for a few weeks? That's okay. You know, I know some people like beards. A lot of women like beards. I know I'm in the minority that I don't. And a lot of men like to have beards. I think you should do whatever makes you feel happy and confident and love yourself. I just don't like them, so. Duly noted. Yeah, I guess I haven't talked about it in a while. I really like beat a dead horse about beards like a while ago. So I thought everyone knew. But yeah, I'm a not a facial hair kind of girly. It's just not for me. You can't grow full beard. That's okay. It doesn't make you any less of a man. They'll all be clean shaven. I would shave just for Riri. Oh my God, you guys are so funny. You hate your beard? Then why are you not shaving it? I'm so confused. You don't care about your facial hair? I think that's fair too. I'm newish. I guess, Brandon. But I feel like for a while it came up like literally every day I would talk. Any day on stream, like it would come up somehow. Oh, that was a joke? Oh. Oh, okay. You like your beard? Oh, I see. Can't relate. Okay. I feel like we've answered all the questions today. There is one more question though. I feel like I should try and answer it because it's kind of a good question actually. And I don't want this person to like wonder for another few weeks. Let me answer this. Okay. Let me answer this one. But not shaving thing was a joke because you said you don't like beards, but I also hate shaving daily. Just as women dislike shaving their legs regularly, I do it anyway. But here's the thing. I don't like shaving my legs regularly because it's like a chore. But I'll do it a couple times a week because I'll do it when I wash my hair. And actually, my legs don't annoy me as much as my arms. I actually really don't like underarm hair. It really bothers me. I'd love to laser it so it just doesn't grow. Because it like irritates me. Like when it's grown in. I don't know how to explain it. But that bothers me more. But I'm also like white. So I think and I was blonde as a kid. I have dark brown hair now. Dark-ish brown hair now. So, I think my hair grows in like pretty sparse and light in general on my legs. So I don't have to shave it very often compared to like other people who maybe like grow hair a lot faster. But it's my underarm hair really bothers me. And there's something just really nice about smooth legs. I don't know. But I also like in general like my partners to have less hair. Like I don't really like chest hair and things like that too. So maybe I just have an aversion to hair. I don't know. Your facial hair doesn't grow well, so you keep yourself clean shaven. I think that's fair too. You should do like what you like for yourself, you know? Am I still attracted to other people when you're in a relationship? What do you mean, Omar? Like, do I find other people attractive when I'm in a relationship? Do I think other people are attractive, or am I specifically attracted to other people? I feel like it's kind of two different questions. But to answer both at the same time, I think when I'm in a relationship, I will see other people that I think are attractive in the sense of like, I think they look good, but I am not attracted to them. However, what I've come to realize is that I'm probably not, quote, normal. I'm either like demisexual or pansexual. I don't really care about a label, so I've not looked too much into it. But I'm not sexually attracted to people until I know them really well. Like, I am exclusively friends to lovers route. There's no other way with me. And the only people that I've been sexually attracted to are people that I have a very deep emotional connection with. I've never wanted to have any kind of sexual relationship or been physically attracted to someone. I've never thought for myself this person is attractive until it's someone that I've known on a deeply personal level. So I don't think that that's a normal experience for a lot of people based on what I hear people talk about in society. So I don't know if I'm a good person to ask that question to. But I do have like types. There are certain types of people and traits that I find attractive and I think are good looking. It's just that I can think someone's attractive and I can think they're good looking, but I don't want to have sex with them. I don't know if that makes sense, but I think that is a little bit of a unique stance. I think it's perfectly normal. Like, just because you're in a relationship with someone doesn't mean that suddenly your eyes don't work. and you don't see people as being attractive. Like, that's not normal. Like, you're in a relationship, you're committed to that person. It doesn't mean that you don't recognize that other people are attractive or you're attracted to people, but you're in a committed relationship, so you're staying with that one person that you are also attracted to, you know? Like, just because you're in a relationship doesn't mean that your brain and your eyes turn off. You can still recognize that other people are pretty. I don't know. like, you know, I know that I'm never gonna compare to a fucking like fitness model. Like, I'm not a fitness model. I'm never gonna have their body. So I don't know. You feel it's a traditional way to a relationship to have. Really interesting. I have quite the backlog of questions. I have a lot of questions that we've answered because I've done this podcast for a long time. But I pretty much do all of the new questions every episode. So, you get me? I am attracted to most 2D men and women, though, I will say. Okay, anyway. This last question I felt like was pretty important, so I wanted to answer it. They said, hey Riri, what do you think is the best way to support Glitch Stars and its talents? Is it subs members, buying merch, straight up donations? Also, is there a PO box where we can send cards, accessories, and other small items to the talents? If no, do you think it's possible to have one in the future? You can skip this question if it's annoying. I'm sorry if it's not the kind of question you're hoping for, but I really want to support you and your podcast. I appreciate what you do. I appreciate your appreciation. Any questions are valid here, and I'm happy to like answer and help people out no matter what it is. I don't hope for any type of question. I welcome and embrace whatever comes into my box. So, that being said, I know that we had I think we had an address that people could send gifts to for talents leading to Offkai, and I know at Offkai they're accepting gifts at the booth because management is like gonna scan it and check it out and then give it to the talent that it's for. So I imagine next year at Offkai they'll do it, or if there's anything else we're at in the future, we'll do it. So that's probably the best way. There's a PO box I was given via email from the Glitch Stars. Okay, so yeah, I imagine there is one. Brandon said there's one. So if you email or contact Glitch Stars on the website, there might be a PO box you could send gifts to that then they'll send to the talents if there's something specifically you wanted to give them. Otherwise, I recommend trying to give it to a booth or doing something at a con. I know some people are open to like meetups at like TwitchCon, or now Offkai is kind of the big thing. But other than that, if you're looking for the best way to support them, I think so. I'm a manager for Glitch Stars, just as a reminder for anyone that doesn't know. I'm a manager specifically for the Dreamers Gen, but I help out with other stuff too. And I'm not a talent of Glitch Stars. I'm a manager. So if you're trying to support Glitch Stars, the organization as a whole, or specific talents. Oh, hi, Buckavan. How are you? Welcome in. Welcome in. Thank you for the raid. Thank you for the raid, Becca. How are you? But you can be a talent. Yeah, I'm not saying that I wouldn't be a talent if I was offered it or anything like that. I'm just not a talent. So I'm always trying to be very forthcoming that I'm not a talent. I just happen to be a streamer who became a manager. I'm not a signed talent. I'm not associated with Glitch Stars in that way currently. Again, I'm not saying that could never change. I'm not saying I'm open to that changing. It's just like a fact that I'm not a talent. So I'm a manager. Hi, Becca. I hope you had a good stream. Welcome in, welcome in. For anyone that doesn't know me from Becca's Raid, I am Yuredi. You can call me Riri. I'm a variety streamer. We're actually doing kind of the end of my advice podcast I try to do every couple weeks. We're on the last question right now. But I also am really into Nikkei. I've been getting into Warhammer. I'm a little bit tipsy right now, so sorry if I'm slurring my words. But But yeah, welcome in. Thank you for the raid. And if you need to dip, I understand. So please take care of yourself. Thank you. Thank you. So yeah, so if you're trying to support a particular talent versus Glitch Stars organization as a whole, it really depends. Like, I feel like the answer is a little bit different. So if you're trying to support Glitch Star, like the organization as a whole, I think the best way to do that is probably subscribe to everyone's YouTube channels, watch all of their videos, buy the merch directly off of the Glitch Stars website. I feel like those might be the 3 best ways to support Glitch Stars as a whole. Also, maybe like, I don't know, donate to Dulogs. Dulogs is the CEO of Glitch Stars. Like, it was a startup for him. So, you know, when you start up a company, like, you're funding that. So supporting Dulog supports Glitch Stars. Like, that's just how business works, right? So you can support all the talents, support their YouTube channels, engage with their content. Buying merch off of the website is very helpful. A lot of people don't realize that with merch, so we're pretty exclusively like pre-orders, because when it comes to merch, you usually have minimum order quantity requirements. And basically how like small businesses will do it is you take pre-orders so that you'll hopefully reach the minimum like order requirement, and then you place the order and they get made, and then they come to you and then you send them out. Like, that's how most small businesses will do merch, or little things like that, like artists for Artist Alley, things like that. So buying merch is really helpful because you're contributing to the minimum order quantity that most artists or small businesses are required to have, because if not enough people buy the merch, then small businesses and artists have to buy the merch and sell it over time, which is like, again, more negative money, right? You're spending money to eventually make it back. You're not usually with things like merch, I think it's not necessarily like a money maker. I think with artists it's a little bit different. Probably artists' best money makers, I would venture to say, are prints. A lot of other things cost money, so it's more like, oh, I know this is what my fans and my community like, so I'm gonna create it, like keychains or acrylic stands or whatever. They tend to not really make money, but you know people like them, so you make them. So I would say buying merch is a really good one if you want to support Glitch Stars as a whole. Subscribing to everyone's YouTubes, watching their videos, things like that. Supporting a specific talent is really up to you, however you want to support them. Obviously, if people are trying to like reach partner on Twitch or be monetized on YouTube, watch hours are really important. Viewer count is really important. Subscriber count is really important. Oh my god, I chugged that lemonade earlier and it's really getting to me. But I don't want to go until we end stream. I think probably the best way to like monetarily support anyone is probably just to donate to them. Like, because no one's taking a cut. Like, when you subscribe to someone, when you donate subs on Twitch, Twitch is taking a cut, right? When you subscribe on YouTube, not subscribe, become a member on YouTube, YouTube is taking a cut, right? So like, whenever you do those kinds of things, someone else's hand is in the pot, right? But when you're giving money on like PayPal, no one's hands are in the pot, right? It's just going to them. So I think monetary donations are probably like the best way to support a streamer, because then they can like use that money to make their stream better, or you know, whatever, support their livelihood, whatever position they're in. But depending on what they're doing, you can be more specific. So like, if they're trying to become partnered or trying to monetize their YouTube channel, like there are different things you can do depending on the position they're in. So it kind of depends. But you can never go wrong with making sure to lurk in their streams, making sure to watch their YouTube videos, subscribing is helpful. There's really no wrong way to support someone, a streamer. It just, yeah, I would say those are probably the best ways. Is Streamlabs connected to PayPal? Yeah, it should be. I think so. Okay, hold on 1 second, guys. Sorry. Oh no, I left my... Oh my god. Okay. You donate to Duolog? I mean, it's almost like helping fund a startup, right? Even if it means just lurking. Yeah. Lurking is really valuable. I think a lot of people don't realize how valuable lurking is. Like, if I had... How do I explain this? Like, if I had all the people who actually know who I am lurk for me, I could probably be partner. But I don't I don't have that. So I'm not a Twitch partner. I'm gonna wait. Oh no, we're June. Okay, I was gonna say I'm about to hit 5 years and I'm still not partner. Oh, I'm so bad at this. I thought Streamlabs was more like its own third party. Yeah, so most people I think have like Streamlabs is set up to basically have alerts for PayPal. Yeah, so when you tip through Streamlabs, it sends to PayPal. Most people have it set up that way. It's just set up in that way so that alerts can happen, if that makes sense. But I don't think Streamlabs takes a cut of that or anything, at least from my experience. I could be wrong. But I'm pretty sure it's just set up through Streamlabs for alerts. It's almost like when you buy something on Amazon, but you use PayPal to pay. Like, Amazon's not taking a cut of what you're paying from PayPal. You're using PayPal to pay, but it's going through a different system or something. After the ASMR stream, you'll be partner. You have to have an average of 75 viewers for like a certain time period. And I'm not close to that at all. Yeah, interaction with posts and content is important too. I agree. Thank you, Kuno. Sorry, I was trying to like contain myself and I could not contain myself. I literally almost pissed in my chair. Hi, Fel. How are you? Hi, Sam. Thank you so much for the visa for 7 months. Okay, Judy, welcome back home. We've missed you. I hope you've been well. Amazon doesn't take PayPal, but yeah, it's that idea. Amazon was the first thing I thought of. I was talking about Amazon earlier. But yeah, I feel like I would be good for ASMR. I don't know why. People have complimented my voice and my vibes. So I feel like it's a good market for me. I just haven't taken the leap. I need to take the leap. Yeah. I have a good whispering voice. Thank you. Computer issues make life a pain. I know. I'm so sorry, Fel. I hope things can be resolved one way or another because computer issues suck. But yeah, I hope that helps. Whoever was asking about how to support Glitch Stars and its talents, I think in general, any streamer, like the quote-unquote best way to support them if you can is monetarily. If you can't, at least watch them, chat with them in chat, interact with their social posts. Like a lot of that adds up and can be more important than monetary donations, but if you're able to do that, of course that helps everyone a lot, right? It's almost like instant gratification. Like giving someone the money, any amount of money is going to like give them that instant support, right? If you donate someone $10 or $100, they can immediately turn that around and like put that into their stream somehow or buy their groceries. But if you support them like in a different way, it's less instant, but it's like just as valuable. Yeah. Lurk in your streams on Twitch. I just don't watch stuff on Twitch. No, that's okay, Kuno. Don't worry about it. Yeah, I was really kind of struggling with the idea that I've been streaming consistently for 5 years, more like 8 years total, and not partner. I was really struggling with that for a while, but now I kind of just don't care. I'm like, I'm just gonna enjoy and do what I want, and like, I just don't, it's just comical at this point. It doesn't matter that everyone I know that's been streaming for less time is partnered and has better viewership than me. Whatever! It sounds very tsundere, but I do kind of mean it truthfully that it really doesn't bother me anymore. It used to bother me a lot more, and it's still a goal. I would really like to be partnered on Twitch. But it's one of those things, I just can't let it bother me anymore. Because if it bothers me anymore, then I'll just stop. You know? You want a mani petty? Sometimes you just need to pay for Riri's petty. I still have the money to do my petty. I still haven't done it. I'm gonna do it. Maybe July 4th. Yeah. I still have the petty money sitting there. I need to get the petties. I just haven't scheduled it. I keep forgetting. Oh my god, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 8 mosquito bites on my left calf. Alone. Okay, I'm kind of tired and a little bit like tipsy, and I need to get more water. And there's gonna be a Twitch ad in 3 minutes, so I think we should call it there. And I keep itching my calf. I have so many fucking mosquito bites. Oh, how many did I say? Add one more to that. Explains why I haven't gotten feet pics. Yeah. There was. It was a Throne listing and a subathon goal. I still owe people pictures of my toes for the spin of the wheel. And I owe the person that donated, that bought me the pedicure, I owe them feet pics. But I need to get the pedicure. I don't even have pretty feet. Anyway. I'm gonna switch this screen. Oh my god, I'm huge. So we have this. You had a subathon? I did one for my birthday when I was unemployed, I think. I kind of want to do one for my anniversary, my 5-year anniversary, like a dono-thon. just to fund a new outfit.
Hoping to give herself a taste of what it's like to be.
I don't know. I feel bad taking people's money. And my first one was kind of like a flop because of me, not because of anyone else, because of me. So I'm like, oh, do I do it again? I feel like I kind of want to try it for my 5-year next month. After my vacation, starting like August 1st, I kind of want to do it. Okay, I think Twitch is gonna get an ad while I go raid someone, and if so, I'm so sorry about that. I tried really hard to raid out before it got to that point, but unfortunately I talked too much, so here we are. I want to raid Hannah because she is doing a 9-year Twitch anniversary subathon, which is crazy and incredible, and she's super sweet. I know she's not a VTuber, but she is so fantastic, so I'd really appreciate it if you guys can help me support Hannah. She's really, really sweet, and she's been doing this for a long time, and I want to support her. I hope you do it. We'll be there. Yeah? Thank you, Frank. I appreciate it. That's what he said. I'm too juicy. Something like that. Okay, guys. I watching Company. Maybe. I think I just approached my subathon in a different way, and it kind of backfired on me. So yeah, I will probably do it a different way next time, and I'll probably stress more of a donathon than a subathon. That way, like, your money is going farther. If that makes sense. But yeah, we're gonna read Hannah. Thank you guys for hanging out with me tonight. I know it was late, so I really appreciate it. If you guys have any feedback for me, any comments for me, let me know, because I do this for you. So I will see you guys probably tomorrow afternoon, maybe for just a little bit of something. It was on my schedule, so if I get all my work done, then we'll have like maybe a miniature building session, or a little bit of a watchathon, a little bit of a react content moment, just because I feel bad I didn't get to stream until Thursday this week. Otherwise, guys, I hope you have a good night today wherever you are. Please take care of yourself, drink plenty of water. I'll see you tomorrow, if not next week. Okay, ayasumi matane. Bye, guys. I love you. Bye, 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 bye.
Not as clumsy. The ghosty girl who goes to game. What she doing, what she playing. Everybody playing cool, it's the coolest of the ghouls. Strong will end, a lot of ambition. Can't see through them like apparitions. Determined to bring only the best. Get in the way, be her guest. Riri, the ghosty girl, steals your body, steals the show. Klutzy and a little forgetful, but meeting her is unforgettable. She's a scream queen that can scare the soul.